Powerwash Simulator is back with Powerwash Simulator 2. This time around we have not only new features and new things to use to wash, but we have a lot of new sceneries as well. With all this, however, comes new bugs. A lot of new bugs, which I will showcase throughout the entire review. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to break this up into a few different ways. We're going to start by showcasing the features of the game. First feature we're going to discuss is furniture. Now, the furniture feature doesn't work. I don't like the furniture feature. I feel like it's added padding that just is goofy, and I dislike it a lot. For example, when you play the game, you unlock the power wash points, or whatever they're called, from completing jobs. You then use these to unlock or buy furniture. Then you take them to your washing room floor, you wash them down, and then you can put them on your showroom floor. All sounds cool, right? Unfortunately, it doesn't work that good. For example, let's say you have a carpet, a desk, and a couch, and you want to put it to where you have the carpet, the desk on top of the carpet as like a coffee table, and then the couch. You can't do that because no object can go on top of the carpet. Also, you can't have objects too close to other objects. So it makes it to where you have the couch, a little bit away from that is the carpet, and then a little bit away from that is the table. And so you can't make a really nice scene or set up the showroom floor how you want because objects can't go on top of each other, and it just makes things goofy. You have a random pair of weights that you can't place on top of anything. It just kind of makes it to where the showroom floor looks cluttered. It's a cool feature if it worked right, but unfortunately, I just feel like it's added padding that just doesn't feel right. The next feature we are going to discuss is moving objects. Now in Powerwash Simulator 2, you can open objects while washing, you can have scenes move, you can have objects move to make new areas appear. I loved this. I thought this was super cool. And you can always see when this was going to happen because you're like, wow, I'm almost done and there's no way I'm going to finish this because we're at 40%. You hit that 40% mark and a giant area opens up and you have a new area to wash. I thought this was super cool and I think this was a welcome addition to the game. As far as the different places to wash, there are a lot, and it's really cool to be able to go from a ski lodge to a monster truck to a helicopter on top of a limousine. There is so much to clean and so many different variety that I think it really caters to different people. Being able to clean a theater and change the scene through the theater as you clean, I absolutely love that, and I think there's just so much to do in this game that it really made me excited to see what the next area that I was going to be cleaning was. The caveat to that is I do feel like once you get the platinum, which I got, there isn't anything to do afterwards. Yes, there is some paid DLC coming out. There's free content coming out later as well, but as it currently stands, once you beat the game and you get the platinum and there is absolutely nothing after that, you can free play the same things you've already done, but there really isn't a point to it. The game is pretty much pointless for replayability unless you just want to redo the same things over and over again until those free content and the paid DLC actually comes out. All right, now on to everybody's favorite section, bugs and glitches, glitches, glitches. There is a lot. There is a tremendous lot. I don't even know how to explain it all. When you pick up gnomes in the levels to move them so you can clean, you would often float into the sky, which made it to where you couldn't drop the gnome. That's fun. There is times where you would have a ladder or different objects that wouldn't help you raise up. I don't know what they're called, risers or whatever. And they wouldn't let you interact with them. You would go to press square to move them and they would not let you move them. Making it to where it was very complicated to clean around them or underneath them. I've had it to where the game crashed on me multiple times. Autosave in the game I had to turn off completely because it made it to where every single time the game autosaved, which was about every minute, the game would freeze up and the frame rates would drop and it was very annoying literally every minute. I turned off autosave and we were good there, but it was definitely very annoying. Picking up scaffolding and my character would disappear and pop on the outside of the map and really weird stuff. My wife was sitting on top of a chest and opened up the chest and she disappeared out of a truck. very goofy there. Objects wouldn't clean right, and we would have to close out of the game and reopen it, and then it would let her clean or let me clean the object. I also had a lot of audio issues in the game. I would use the auto spray, and whenever I would be spraying objects, the audio would completely cut out completely. No sound of spraying, which wasn't that big of an issue. But when I would move to a different object, the sound would just blast and it would be so loud. It was like blowing out my eardrums loud. And that happened all the time. I just feel like there was so many bugs, so many glitches with this game, and it really, really hindered the game and affected the overall gaming experience with this. And unfortunately, that really hurt what this game could have been. There's a lot of really cool quality of life improvements to Powerwash Simulator 2. I think the ability to change sceneries was really cool. The new additions to the game, there's a surface cleaner that I used way too much that I absolutely loved that cleaned everything. There's things like the scaffolding, or there's a swing. I don't know what it's called, but it's a swing that you can use to move up and down billboards and whatnot, sides of buildings. Worked absolutely amazing. There's so many really cool additions to the game that I really do feel like this is a true sequel to a cozy game. But with all those bugs and glitches, I just really feel like it hindered the experience of the game and unfortunately stopped this from being as great as the first game. I would give Powerwash Simulator 2 a 7 out of 10. As far as the platinum is concerned, it's pretty straightforward. I actually feel like it's easier than the first game. It has a lot of complete this job, but when you're completing the job, you have to clean this object first, which is super easy. Or complete this job, but complete this item last, which is very easy. The first game had things like complete the entire job with a red nozzle, which was very difficult, and it would be a job that would take forever. This one just didn't have that, which, you know, I'm thankful for that, but it was just very straightforward. The certain trophies like complete an entire job with this specific nozzle, you could pick any job out of free play, like one that is just like a moped, and you just do it with the single nozzle, and it's just super easy. Very quick to do, and it made it to where this platinum was a breeze. Absolutely enjoyed the platinum, but it's not a hard platinum to attain as long as you're doing it as you're playing. If you do happen to miss any of them, you can knock them out when you're doing free play. It's not too hard. The only one that may be a little bit confusing, there is one for the solar system where you have to clean the sun, Mercury, Venus, in order. There is a few planets that are a little bit confusing. Earth, you only have to clean the part that says Earth. You don't have to clean any of the outer crust, anything like that. You don't have to clean any of the signs, anything, just what says the actual planet when you're cleaning the actual system in the space center or whatever. That's the only trophy that is a little bit confusing. Everything else is very straightforward and very easy. But if you miss anything, you can knock it out in free play, and it's not hard at all. If you have any questions about the game or any of the trophies, let me know in the comments down below. As far as the review, this is Chris with Platinum Reviews. Thank you so much for watching. Keep getting those trophies, and I'll catch you on the next video. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Platinum Review goodness.